Hello, and welcome to Tabletalkers. This is another character intro session, this time featuring Jodak Cervell, or Cervell, however you want to pronounce that. Played by
Cervell is
Thaddeus.
fine. Oh,
If you would like to describe yourself.
okay. So, Jodak here
You're
is
cutting
a
out bad.
cutting out really bad.
Just a bit, yeah. Come on, don't do
All
this now.
right, now.
Hey, that fucking works.
Yep. So Jodak is similar to a stereotypical halfling, except he's a bit shorter, a bit lighter. He stands at around 2'8" and has light brown hair, tannish, tannish skin tone, and green eyes. Assuming he's walking around a town or a city or something, he would normally be wearing, the generic clothing for a tropical setting, tropical environment, and a and leather armor. That's what it is. Attached to his waist, he will be carrying a pair of normal daggers and a short bow, either across his back or across his back. And I believe that is everything.
Okay. For the last couple weeks, you've been set up in a orcish town. They're all too happy and all too easy to apply themselves to your particular trade. So you are currently in a tavern with all your things kind of set up when you're approached by a goblinoid individual who looks over at you and goes, "Hey."
What time is it? Time of
Uh,
day?
it's probably around like darker. Like it's later in the evening.
Good evening, sir. How may I help you?
I heard you were the one for the future visions.
Future visions, relationship advice. I do all types of things. Yes.
Well, I've managed to get my hands on a map from an adventurer that's supposed to lead me to a treasure. I want to hear your opinion on it.
See. Do you know where this map leads, first of all?
He'll kind of get a look on his eyes like, I don't want to tell you.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me just see here.
He'll
Of course.
sit where you tell him.
Of course, you know. By knowing the future, you are potentially changing the future. Sometimes not knowing is better than knowing. You are aware of this, right?
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I think.
So then let's begin. I'm Then I'm going to reach behind me and pull out a deck of cards.
All right.
These are my tools. They let me understand what may come to be, or what may have happened, or may will happen. So, all you must do is select 3 cards.
And then you hold out like a big fan of him or something.
Yep.
Uh, this one. This one. And this one.
Gotta question him, make sure that he knows that. Like, are you sure you want to pick these?
Yep. Are you sure these are the cards you want, or
He'll kind of look at
feel
the.
free to change them if you wish?
He'll look at the pile of three down on the table, get an uncertain look in his eye, and then he'll reaffirm himself. Yeah, these three.
Well then, let's begin. Now I'll flip over the first card. This first card here represents the situation you are in. So, what is happening with you currently? What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? And so on.
And what is it?
This card, the Ace of Wands, it represents inspiration, the desire, willpower.
You'll see him
You have,
start to like nod a bit.
which would make sense. You've recently become the owner of a map that you just wish leads to some treasure, correct?
Uh-huh.
So your second card, I'll flip that over as well, represents the actions you will take, or you have taken, or that should be taken. It is the Ten of Wands. It represents a burden, a responsibility, or accomplishment, meaning that you will be incredibly burdened simply by owning this object.
All right.
It may bring you troubles. It may bring you fortune. Either way, you will be incredibly burdened by this map. And your final card.
He'll kind of
It
edge his
represents-
seat closer. He'll kind of edge his seat closer.
This will represent the outcome of your events. Outcome of taking any action that you may or may not take. Any action you could take. Any action you will take. It is the Ace of Pentacles. It represents a new opportunity, prosperity, or new ventures. By this I mean that your actions of following this map lead you to great riches or a new opportunity, an internship. You learn something new. You gain some treasure. One way or another, you will benefit greatly simply by following this map. Taking whatever action you decide to take. But follow the map, sell the map. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you'll see that the goblin kind of has a bit of a smirky grin on his face.
Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your newfound riches.
It looks like he's expecting you to give him like a, that'll be X amount, please.
Ah, yes. Nice. Always forget about everything. It's a price.
Yeah, I didn't really want to shortchange the magic man that just told me things were going to be okay. I felt like that might be bad.
I won't charge you too much for such a simple service. Just, I want to say 24 silvers, but I don't know how expensive.
Okay,
that actually is.
yeah, you haven't been in my economy before. Think of a gold as like around $10.
A gold around $10?
Yeah.
What is that? 5 gold pieces?
So, and it's
About $50.
it's 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold.
Yeah.
You're charging 5 gold pieces for your tavern service?
I might as well shorten it down to 2. Tavern service about the future leading to treasure.
Yeah. He'll kind of begrudgingly get out a couple pieces of gold and put them on the table.
I thank you kindly for your patronage.
Don't worry, from the riches he's about to get, it ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's
Just
probably
be a
what's going
drop
through
in
his
the
head.
bucket for you later.
He'll collect the stuff and head out of there. Let's see here. How much do I want to torch?
How much do you want to torture?
Let's torch you just a little bit more.
Draw a card.
An orc individual will spot your little setup, and they will kind of semi-awkwardly go over to the table. Hi.
Good evening. What is it that your heart desires?
Yeah. So, that exactly. I'm worried about it.
You're worried about your heart's desires? Is this trouble with a partner or a spouse?
The
relationship?
acquisition of one. And you'll see they'll kind of like awkwardly fidget a bit.
There's no reason to be nervous. This is a perfectly normal question. Just relax.
Yep, yeah.
I believe you're watching as I discuss with the individual prior to you.
Not very closely, but enough to see the general thing of it.
As all as necessary. It will be a similar situation with you, except just slightly different.
Huh?
Just a little bit. It's very inconsequential.
Oh,
Instead of drawing
okay.
3 cards from my deck, I require you to draw 6.
You'll kind of see a short flash in his eyes that kind of says, "That's twice as many cards."
It is twice as many cards. Yes, this is because matters involving the heart, involving relationships, are more complicated than simple actions or situations or the future.
All right, okay. Yeah. So should I just take a seat or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a seat. Sit as you like. Relax. Open
Yeah.
your.
I'll have a seat.
I will draw back out my deck and shuffle it. I say there are 6 cards that you must draw. Each card represents a different quality. Not quality. I don't remember the word. Quality that you must possess. Or you should possess. Or you will possess.
You see them look visibly worried.
I'll then fan out the cards. Please select 6 cards.
Right. Kind of hover his hand, almost trying to let the fates guide him. Listen. 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 This one and this one.
Are you sure these are the cards that you wish for? You can feel free to change them.
I've been too deep.
Very well then. I will. Let's begin. Flipping over the first card. I will then say this first card here represents the love that you want. What do you want out of your partner? Who do you want to meet? How do you wish for them to be? This card, the High Priestess, represents your intuition, unconscious. The love you're seeking, you wish to be devoted to wholeheartedly, unconsciously think of them, to, as I just said, love them with all your heart. Before I flip for the second card, I ask you, have you been in a relationship before?
Time or two? Why?
No reason at all.
You'll see that it's
flip over the second card.
You'll see that it's about everything they can do just to like sit there and allow you to do your reading at this point.
The second card here represents what you've been taught in previous relationships, which is why it was mandatory to know if you've been in a previous relationship. Otherwise, this card is useless.
Okay.
This, the Justice, It represents the truth, clarity, cause and effect. It represents what you have been taught by relationships. Taught that relationships are give and take. If you do something for your partner, they will do something for you. This is what you expected, or expecting, or you should be expecting, or you will be expecting. One way or another. On to your third card. I hate you for torturing me with this.
Dude, this is cool as shit. I'm loving this.
The third card here represents what is holding you back. Literally, what is keeping you from falling in love? What is keeping you from getting into a relationship? These type of things. You understand?
Uh-huh.
Third card. Was it third? I lost count.
I think you're on 4 now.
This is 3.
1, 2. Nope, this is 3. Your third card here is the X of Wands, the 10 of Wands, reversed in the reverse position. In the reverse ability position, this card represents an inability to delegate or a lack of priorities. This means that in a relationship, you put many other things in front of before your partner. Maybe you don't spend enough time paying attention to them, or you don't actually listen to what they have to say, or at least that's what they would believe of you.
You'll see that as you were saying that, they kind of started to frown, and then as you added that last part, he kind of just gave like a, oh, okay.
Does this seem incorrect so far?
No, you're fine.
Oh. To your fourth card then. This fourth card here represents your readiness. Specifically, your readiness for love, or for a relationship. This card, the 8 of Pentacles, represents your achievements or education. By this, it means that you feel that you have learned enough in your past relationships, or you have achieved enough to be a, what's the word, fulfilling? A fulfilling partner. Someone that would be accepted by your partner, or
Cutting out.
yeah, I know, I'm stopping
Okay.
because it's hard to make a card like this make sense.
Yeah, fair.
Yep. Either way, someone will be accepted by your partner or your partner's friends and family. But this card represents your mind's readiness. Are you mentally ready to begin dedicating your time to maintain the relationship? The Queen of Pentacles presents your financial security, your comforts, your practicality. It means that you feel you are at a stable place with your career, with your job, stable place in your life to begin a relationship. This is a very, very positive card for you to have here. Quickly, I'm going to look up and see what is on the face of this orc.
A
See
mixture
what he's
of
thinking
confidence and fear.
and fear.
It's like the next card, though, is the one that really matters.
Ah, you have him right where he's at. like right where you want them.
There's one more, right?
There's one more.
Yeah.
Your final card. It represents your spirit, redness. Whether your higher self is ready for a relationship. Here you have the Pentacles. It represents conservation or security, frugality. Meaning you are guarded in your feelings. You wish to get close to someone, but you're afraid that they will hurt you in the process. This is a very standard fear for people to have. And it's not necessarily does not necessarily have negative connotations. If you like, I can quickly, summarize this for you.
As in the entire reading?
The entire reading.
Yeah.
I'm going to summarize it into one sentence.
Alright. Sure, yeah, that'll make things nice and clear.
Yep. To be frank and clear, yes, you are ready to go find a relationship. You could find her around the corner. You can find it the moment you leave this tavern. Or you may not find it for another week. What I do know is that you will find it soon, or eventually. You are both mentally ready and emotionally ready. All that is stopping you is your confidence. Simply go speak to someone. You never know how they will respond.
They'll give a bit of a curt nod and then get out their gold pouch.
I have some confidence in you, so I'll only charge you 15 silvers.
15 silver. Okay. Less than the goblin with the treasure map. For a significantly longer fortune. I like your style. Okay.
The dominant treasure map's going to be rich.
Fair. He'll get out a gold and 5 silvers.
Thank you for your patronage.
And he'll kind of get up and walk his way out of the bar. Who's that? Walking past an orc with a strangely determined look on his face. You head into the tavern of this town that you've been tracking the slavers to.
Did I make it to this town after like a full day of travel, or?
Yeah, in between things kind of stopping and slowing you down and just kind of following the trail safely, it's been probably about 2 days.
Alright, I'm gonna go in this tavern and I'm gonna go ahead and get myself something to drink, nothing too extreme, maybe like an ale or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna kind of glance around this tavern, see if I can see any sign of the group that stole this halfling, or
You don't see that, but you do see a fortune teller. You've seen their kind before. It happens every now and then. Some kind words or mean words to people randomly, and then they get paid for it. Sometimes they are eerily accurate, though.
they're kind of like a lottery ticket.
A little bit.
Me, you know, and liking my odds and everything. I take my freshly bought ale, which I imagine was like a silver or something.
About 5.
Okay. And then I head over to this fortune teller just to see what wisdom they can give.
So Thaddeus, again, that was all cool as hell. I really appreciate you doing that.
I felt like it was too long, so I rushed it. Thinking.
Okay. That said there, God, what's your name? I keep forgetting your name.
Who's that?
No, not his name. Everyone's name. I'm bad with names.
He doesn't know
Jodak?
my name either.
Jodak, yes. Jodak, you see a goblin who looks a bit travel worn walking up to you.
I no longer have soles on my shoes.
They're still there.
Good evening, weary traveler. Are you okay? You said he's. Wait, is he covered in blood?
Oh, he's
No.
travel worn. It looks like he's been
Travel
on
worn.
the march
Okay.
for a while.
Sorry.
He's not like battle worn. That's a little different.
I heard battle worn.
Just come up all bloody. Yeah. What does my odds look like? No.
Well, now that you mention it.
So,
What is your heart desires?
well, in a town over, I was assisting a halfling who decided to get drunk and run off and get himself captured by a gang. Do you have the ability to help me locate this gang that has my halfling friend?
To locate a gang?
Or at least point me in the right direction. Their trail, even though I've been following it for the past 2 days, it's coming up a little blank.
Perhaps. You said you followed them to this town?
Yes, their trail led this way. I don't know if they stopped here. I don't know if they continued through, but the trail leads here.
I believe I can help you. But to find a. Can you tell me about this goblin? Goblin. You said he's travel worn. Did he show
Alright.
any specific?
Make an insight check.
Rolls a 1. This goblin's fucking evil.
Ah,
Insights. What's that? 18? Doing bad at math. 18. Yes.
okay. 18. Looking at him, you can tell he's a fighter. Like he has experience in combat. Additionally, in various portions and places about him, you can see some depictions or paraphernalia of Xiphus, which speaks to you as the god of death and knowledge dude. That said, he seems significantly more battle ready than like a cleric would, so this looks like it's either a paladin or a holy warrior of some sort.
Seems useful. Understood. I believe I can help you, where I may need to take a more, how do you say, personal approach to it. My readings are okay for generic topics. However, locating someone is significantly harder. Only works if you introduce yourself into the situation. Would this be alright with you?
Introduce myself, like tell you who I am.
Not if you introduce yourself. Me. How do I phrase this? I can give you a generic way to find them, or I can myself help you find them. However you wish to locate them. I will say that I offer a charge a much steeper price if I physically have to be involved. into your situation, whatever it may be.
That's understandable, but when you say steeper, what type of numbers are we looking for? I'm wanting to find this halfling, but I don't really know how much he's worth.
No, let's say 10 gold pieces. I can get you there in an hour.
Let me just tell you, my little goblin heart is crushed right about now. Like, how dare you?
I don't know how much gold I gave you for ransacking your town's general store.
I have enough, but
Okay. It's like, there is some money in his pockets. I didn't remember how much, though.
I mean, kind of thinking hard and scratching his chin and really thinking about his rope that he wants back. All right, I could use a little good fortune in my future. And I open up my coin pouch and I pull out 5 gold and hand them to him. And I simply state 5 now and 5 after we find him.
This is a very fair investment. We will. All right then. Let us be on our way. I'll just stand up and start packing away all my things and stuff.
Out of curiosity, how tall exactly is your character? I guess I missed that part.
2'8".
Oh. So I'm looking down at you. Okay.
I mean, you're a fairly imposing character whenever you're not, like, amongst orcs and stuff.
Well, you know, I'm 3 feet tall.
You also have +4 con.
Yes. I'm a beefy boy.
So you're beefy and tall. He's 4 inches taller than me. Yeah.
We're in junior high again. Ha! I'm half an inch taller.
So what do you know about this group you're following?
I don't know a lot about them. They were quick to temper, although the halfling that they captured, he did completely evaporate one of their members. They seem to be running a small town, the one that I traveled from, but for some reason they must be heading to a hideout or some type of safe house this way. They don't seem to be lethally dangerous. Meaning they were more in the mindset of trapping than killing. So it causes some red flags, and I'm cautious to see what I'm going to see.
At this point, I would understand that as a gang. Would I know any of the gangs that are operating out of this town?
That's part of the things that you should probably be aware of, given, you know, your traveling disposition. There are a couple, but one of them deals in the slave trade more than the other one does. The Twisted Tusks.
Twisted Tusks. Were they wearing any sort of uniform? Any particular artifact that stuck out? A badge, maybe?
Mr. DM.
Not particularly. These look like a bunch of jobbers that were just, you know, chilling out in the back alley, and then that dude there just ran up and exploded one.
All I was trying to do was get him home. No, they didn't have anything that would truly identify themselves. They were just mainly loitering in a back alleyway. And like I said, the halfling trying to retreat back, he made his mistake.
see. Well, I can only assume that they would belong to the Twisted Tusk. They're a gang around here that a gang operating around here that mostly deals in the slave trade, things like that.
Now, knowing that I live like in this general, like not this town, but a general area, would I know anything about the Twisted Tusk?
Nah, not really. You kind of came from a more secluded town,
I'm more native.
though
Got it.
you are aware that things like slaves and stuff like that really aren't too uncommon, especially in this particular country.
Alright. Well, I've never heard of the Twisted Tusk, but I imagine they wouldn't be too difficult to handle.
The
Question,
bravado
maybe
on the
difficult to
small
handle?
man. I love it.
Would they be different?
Sorry.
I mean, in all fairness, this little goblin, what he's been through, like a couple ordinary orcs, I don't think it would really scare him too much.
This is fair.
From what I know about the Twisted Tusk, would they be difficult to handle, or willing to trade, or I don't know, willing to give back a friend?
Well, with the scenario he just described, it's more likely that there are some people trying to sell to them so that they could then sell for a profit. If you could somehow interrupt that process, then you wouldn't need to deal with them nearly at all.
Let's see. Would I know where their trades normally go down? Probably not.
Well, you know where their auction block is, but like actually going and talking to a representative of theirs, it'd be a little bit more difficult. You'd have to really... Like, this is going to Walmart and trying to find where they buy things.
Ugh,
Yeah.
got it. We follow the Walmart truck.
Well, the problem there is it'll take you to the Walmart building where they store everything because they handle their own shipping.
So we'll find where the halfling's at because he's being put in storage. Mission solved.
I don't personally know anyone belonging to Twisted Tusk, but I know where their auction house is, if you'd like to begin there. The more information we have, the easier it will be to find your man.
It's a more refined solution than what I had. I had just a town.
A town is a very big place with a lot of people and a lot of hidden places, so you may never find whoever you're looking for.
Coming from a fortune teller, I don't like how that sounded.
Coming
kinda-
from a fortune teller, picking out one person in a crowd of 10,000 is incredibly difficult. Not to mention, a town would have several million people.
Big
Just-
town.
He's inflating the numbers a bit, but
I don't know how big the town is. So
nowhere near that large. But it's
So
fine.
that only makes it harder to find someone. You have to begin somewhere.
I see your point. So which way is their auction block?
It is that way, I believe.
Smart boy. You know these things.
Yes.
Alrighty. Imagine we head out and head towards the auction block in that direction.
Okay. You head toward the more marketplace area and you find where enslaved individuals are being hawked for prices. You do not see the one you're looking for. There are some options, but it seems that their median price is around 1,000.
Anything interesting?
Well, not 1,000, 100.
So the fortune teller for one.
Does anyone here fit your description of your partner? I want to assume.
I just kind of give him like not like a mean look, but like a solid look. Like just basically not confirming what he said. Looking around, do I see anyone that I recognize from the gang of that night? I mean, I know I was trying to hide in trash and everything, but...
Make a perception check.
Alrighty. Decent at these, I think. Not decent at these. That's a critical fail.
Well, you start to look around, but nobody really catches your eye.
That's a great start. Okay.
It's okay, it just makes everything more difficult.
Yep. So let's see. I'm trying to think of some. There would be a lot of noise, so I wouldn't be able to hear him. I got a ability called. I doubt this has anything that would help.
I'm listening. This could actually
Okay.
work real well because of the type of warlock he is.
Okay. So the fact that he's a warlock, I have divine sense.
Okay.
So the presence, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. Am I able to detect, like, I mean, it doesn't really state anything. It says stuff like celestial, fiend, and undead, and
And?
it basically states that it works as like the hollow spell.
Well, you can detect hallowed and desecrated ground.
But since he's a warlock, would I be able to sense him, or would I be able to sense like any of the gangs, since they're kind of like, I know they're just simple orcs.
Well,
but...
since he is a warlock of the Celestial Pantheon.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. You do get a bit of a tug toward a building that's about 40 feet away-ish.
40 feet away. Alright, I'm gonna... Looking in that general direction, is there like anything that I should be aware of, like guards or
Looking out front, there are a couple what look to be the bouncer types, like heavies, outside of the doorway. But you do see people every now and then going inside and sharing a word with them and then heading in.
Alright, we're gonna just kind of like tap on the shoulder of my fortune-telling friend and be like, let's head this way. And start walking towards the two heavier set guys at the door.
Okay.
Just be following along then.
All right. So you make it over to where they're kind of standing guard at the gate. They stop their idle conversation, and then one of them turns to you and goes, "Yeah, what's your business?"
Well, I assume my business is about the same as anyone else coming this direction.
I mean, probably. But I need to know what, and you'll pull out like a notepad and a little pen. Need to know specifically what.
Well, as you can see, I'm a bit of a smaller guy, being a goblin and all. So I'm wanting smaller people. Halflings are preferable. I was wondering if you had any.
Alright, well, you worded that pretty weirdly, but if you want to head on inside and get a look at the merchandise before it hits the auction blocks, that's fine. Can I get a name, please?
Ooh, do I
Here.
lie or do I tell the truth? I'm gonna say my name is Uzat, but I'm gonna say it like kind of awkwardly to where they wouldn't be able to spell it correctly right offhand.
Alright, so Uzi, you are heading in there to look at the merchandise.
Yep.
Alright. You apostrophe zit merchandise. And you bring the friend there with you?
Yes, indeed.
If,
I
Party
am simply accompanying him.
of two. Okay. Head on in.
Much.
I was a trap somewhere in here, but all right. So we head inside. Looking around, do I find my halfling friend?
I don't know how long Divine Sense lasts.
Or we can just use it as an action.
Yeah, I think it's just an action.
How many times can you use it?
Efficiency?
Three within a rest.
Would you like to use it again and just say fuck it, or would you like to actually begin to browse all these poor enslaved people?
I don't want to look at all these guys. I'll just use it
I would like to
again.
browse.
All right.
Let me be someone interesting.
Thing is though, it looks like the latest shipment kind of came in a bit beat up, so nobody's really like overly interesting. You don't really see any like wizardy types or things like that that are making it apparent that they would be more than like good for cleaning dishes and eating your food.
One here is a waste of space. I'm saying underneath my breath.
All right.
Wouldn't it just be great if I could buy one of these?
I mean, come back when you have money. I would like to
Come back.
buy.
How
I would
much
like to
money
buy
do
all of
they make for this stuff?
What'd you say, Thaddeus?
How much money do I have currently?
You've been pretty on it with your trade, and you just cost that one goblin 2 gold. So, assuming a general amount that's even to that, you're probably walking around with total living expenses. Yeah, you probably have about 70.
Including 2 gold. Understood.
Yeah. Living kind of
Jesus.
frugally.
Just making sure. Wanted to know if I could buy anyone.
Not particularly.
You said 1,000, so
Well, then I
Yeah,
redacted that and said it's about 100, and that's on the auction block, which then goes up. In here, you can see that there are, like, tags on some of these things. And these are more reaching, like, 200, 300, things like that.
oh Jesus.
Yeah, you see that the people walking around in here seem more able to just drop coin on things.
Wishing I was a rogue.
So
All right.
who are you looking for?
Without me accurately knowing, like in real life, I give him a general description of the halfling that ran off.
That's fair.
Do I see anyone that meets this description?
Well, are you using the divine sense to find things right or not?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it. I got plenty of. Apart from this, I don't think I'll actually use them.
Uzat seems to be leading you in a direction, as though a bloodhound to his prey.
Guess I'm just only then. It's no reason for me to look around if I don't have to.
dipping back and forth between people, trying to avoid the general eye of some of them. I head towards where this. I guess it's a celestial thing. I imagine I'd feel like ringing in my head.
Okay, if that's how you want that to be for you.
I mean, I don't, because I feel like that'd be miserable. But
It does. So I'm really glad you said it like that. So that's what you get.
at least it's better than the horrible odor.
Just constant BO. You head that way, and you eventually find him, very securely detained, and with a tag on the outside, that says 470. It looks like they figured out he was magic.
Looking at him, knowing that's my rope, thinking about asking someone how much just the rope was worth. Looking around.
Your mom might be mad at you if you did that.
Looking around, do I have like a general, like, can I see the security of the place? Like, is there like a back door that doesn't seem to be used a whole lot? I mean,
Okay, there's security guards placed about pretty randomly. There appears to be like a little office area where people are going once they seem to have picked something out, and then they're returning later with someone to walk them to their destination who has a key and getting things unlocked, and then they're returning.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, I looked to. What is your name again? I probably got your name, but I don't.
Jodak.
Jodak.
Jodak and Uzo.
Jodak. Okay. Jodak. I will write that down so I don't have to keep asking you.
Ooh, that's not. There you go.
I'm gonna turn to Jodak. Him. So this is my halfling friend, but he seems to be pretty secure to where he currently is. Any ideas on how we might be able to get him out of here?
Do you think that you can fight everyone in this building?
I'd rather not try. I mean, from the sounds of it, it's probably going to be another like zombie mass situation.
You were attacked by 5 bouncers at once. They hit you enough times.
Yeah. I'd rather not try. I can fight, but I know when to choose my battle.
How secure is this place? Are there blind spots? Are there places you can hide?
If you try really hard.
I like to disengage and hide.
You don't need to disengage.
I'm trying to think of how you could. So I'm not as smart as Jodak is.
Okay.
So could I roll something to think of an idea?
Would you like a suggestion from the gods?
Divine sense.
Yes, that would help.
Would
If I
you
could
like
use my ability then.
to use your psychic
Yes.
powers?
Yes, I would.
After I hear what the psychics decide to tell him, I have a very bad idea if I don't like what they say.
Well, like, are you actually entreating the psychic things here, or?
I am actually entreating them.
Okay, do you want to make this look like it's a normal thing, or do you just want to zonk out and be like, derp?
Eyes roll back, wind picks up, starts floating a little bit. Like, oh.
I don't want to be floating. It don't want to be that obvious. The eye zonk out thing is good. My eyes roll back to the back of my head, type of thing.
Okay. At which point in time you recount the entire situation? There's a tick that
Is
goes
he a
by.
goblin or half?
Say what?
Is he a goblin?
The one in a cage?
Yeah.
Is halfling.
This halfling is trapped in a cage, and I need to get him out. There are guards everywhere. And I need to find a way to pick this lock or release him without upsetting the guards, without paying the price for him, and get away alive. That is the situation. As I understand it so far.
You'll get a voice back that says, alright, at the moment I'm handling your case. From what you just said there, either cause a distraction and then get them whenever they're dealing with that, or you're in Raktesh, right? Yes, you are.
Yes.
You could try, because I think you would have described that you had your little paladin friend there, right?
Yes.
You could try to have them have some sort of like honor bout. That might work.
See. Thank you.
I just see his
And I
eyes
was
like roll
just-
back, right?
I'll just come back to focus. It's just like, do you believe you can fight the boss here one-on-one? If you challenge the owner of this facility, then that potentially cause distraction, cause the guard to go, wait a second. I'm speaking this quietly. Not
Would you
loud,
like to
so
make a
everyone
stealth
hears.
check to see if the nearby guards are just like, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, I would.
Okay, sure.
That's a natural 20 for 28.
You're fine. They don't seem to be that alert.
Everything's fine. Nothing's going on.
So you can challenge the boss here. So cause a distraction may cause the guards to, leave their post to go watch your match if you fight him. Maybe. At that time, I could pick the lock and get him out of here.
So before you
Of course,
said anything,
yeah.
this is not like in the game, but before he like was asking his divine powers for advice, my bad idea that I mentioned
Mhm.
was actually to get a good distance away, and I had a preset fire arrow that I made earlier on that I never used, and I was gonna. You said this was a tent, right?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
big.
a wood house, but I see that of the two suggestions that I gave, both plans were definitely being worked on.
I was going to make the distraction. Evacuate everyone out, cause a little panic. Maybe have a halfling in amongst all that.
But that, I think that you just kind of put a stop to that for a moment as he went and did his thing, and then he started telling you things. So you can share that information in character.
You said cause a distraction. Before you, what seems like, went to a different place in your head, I was thinking of a plan. So, whispering, of course.
Yeah.
I'm able to. I have a fire arrow that I was thinking about striking the side of this building with that could cause a fire, and we could possibly act while they're in midst of the panic. But what are you thinking about this situation?
Would that not be against your would your God not be displeased if you were to potentially cause harm to a ton of people? I thought that was how clerics and that type worked.
I'm not a cleric, and my god is the god of death and knowledge. I'm using my knowledge to avoid as much death as I can. Some people may get hurt, but they heal.
You have no this, and that's a perfectly valid solution. Assuming they don't try to take them recognized with them. How many people are in this tent in cages? Is there enough so that the guards could not carry them all?
There's probably about 20 some odd actual cage things, probably like 8 guards, and then the number of people looking around and looking at things varies from minute to minute.
The padlocks on these cages, so they just look like standard locks, right?
Yeah.
I'm like breaking out an old idea that I already tried and failed. Do I have any... Do we see the boss man and have any knowledge of him, or...
Well, you can
We just
probably
saw-
insight that they're probably in the little office people go to.
So just assuming that knowledge, I'm gonna head towards the office.
Okay.
What have you decided to do? I'm gonna try to say before he leaves.
I'm just gathering some information.
Just information gathering. I guess I'll follow him. Why not?
You head toward the office.
Alright, is there like a line or anything, or can we just go in?
You see a group leave, and the key bearer go with them. But that said, it looks like that was who was in the office, so you should be able to go inside.
Alrighty. Going into the office, I imagine we're meeting the boss man. What... Does he just look like a
Okay.
basically a baby giant, or...
Going into the office, you see probably about the fattest orc you've ever seen. Smoking a
What?
cigar, reclining in his chair with his feet on his desk. And he will take it out of his mouth and look to you and go, "Now what can I do you for?"
Some shady shit. He's obviously not a physical fighter. He's obviously a bard. I walk up to him. I'm like, so I'm looking at your merchandise. Most of it's priced pretty fairly, but you have this scrawny little halfling marked up pretty high. What's the special deal with him?
You found yourself that magic guy. Yeah, from the tales we got from that group that found him, and from what we had to deal with him later on, he's a bit of a problematic one, that one. But problematic ones are exactly the kind that some people want to have. And I'll take another draw. So, you're in here. Do you have the coin, or would you like to suggest something?
Well, I don't know, taking word that someone is magical, I'm just wondering, do you have anything to back this information up?
Well, we've got a first-hand recount of, and he'll kind of get into his desk and pull out a tablet of paper. They shot a white glob of energy at someone, and they done exploded. Read word for word, exactly like that.
So this was just word to ear, and there wasn't any eye-to-eye actual seeing except for from the original person who brought him in.
Well, whenever we were trying to get them all locked up, one of the guards that cuffed him kind of ended up on fire. So,
Alright, I feel like that's
magical.
it's pretty damning.
yeah. So, looking at the numbers, even though he is a magic man, he does seem like he is a pretty big handful and would be a hassle to break. You have a high number marked on him. And I don't have the coin on me here, so I would have to come back. But how much do you think he'd be worth after breaking him in? Is that the number posted, or?
Well, yeah, that's the number posted unless you get them during the auction, where you could get them for cheaper or significantly more expensive, because that's how business works. If you really want them and you can't have the coin, and you don't have the coin, I might be able to figure out something else for you to do. You seem pretty physically capable. Every now and then we have some of the slaves go to a fat pit of some sort. We could have you two in there put on a show. That would probably draw in enough to pay for it. If you're willing, of course.
You say when? How many defeats would I have to go through to win?
It's not really. Well, kinda tap his cigar a bit. How good you think you are? Because we could probably do it in two ways. We could either get one of the better ones, or we could probably send a lot of the worse ones against you lot. Either way, the main goal is really to put on a show. Keep that in mind.
Ah, jeez.
This is all that you want for the halfling? A magic halfling at all?
Yeah, I only paid 200 for the dumb son of a bitch. And I think that they just wanted that because they lost their friend.
Ah, jeez. What would a paladin do in this situation? Well, a paladin of death, I'm trying to retrieve. I don't know who I'm trying to even retrieve, really. He helped me. He helped me. Ah, damn. The good thing is, I'm not trying to go for like a lawful good paladin. So.
I'm real.
Assuming we no longer want this halfling, would you pay for our services? An amount similar to what he currently costs?
That would be what I would be doing by letting you have him after you put on the show.
Just trying to get a greater understanding of the situation.
Yeah,
Don't mind me.
I'm offering you a work solution because I don't believe in letting people buy an installment because them fuckers run the fuck off.
Yes, I tried that once. It was not fun. Not really.
So, knowing that I wouldn't be doing this alone benefits me a little bit, but I'm gonna look to this. I won't say it, but he's definitely a fat man. I need to take a walk, but our business here isn't done. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna.
If you decide on it, come back and I'll get you guys set up for a fight.
So I kind of just tap on Jodak's shoulder again and kind of wave him to follow. And basically head outside of this little wooden house.
You do so. Unaccosted.
Getting a little bit further away, just away from everything, so that we could talk with ease. I want to know, Jodak's opinion on it. So, what do you think? We can. It's the most honorable way, apart from some of our other options. Because that man in that chair is not going to fight me for him. We can cause a distraction and steal him, but then they'd be after us. Or we can take our chances and simply fight. And he didn't say we had to kill anyone, and he probably wouldn't want us to kill him.
It is whatever you wish to do. You hired me to help you find the man, not to help you release him. If you want my help in a fight, I don't mind offering my services. However, I also must insist that if I help you now, I would require your assistance at a later date. I don't know what for or when, but I may require your assistance. Is this alright with you?
I'm gonna go ahead and reach in my coin bag, take out the remaining 5 that I owe him, and put that in his hand and say, "We're even for finding him. Now, if you help me with this, I will help you at a later date, if possible."
Well, I can. Man, fix the accent. In that case, our best case scenario would be to fight in his Colosseum. Then on the off chance we do lose, we can go with the other more destructive methods of releasing him. This way, we can potentially get away unharmed or without drawing a target on their backs.
Leaving this with the stupid halfling. Don't have a target on our back. And who knows, maybe something else would come up from this that could be a positive.
Maybe if we do more than required, he might pay us more. More gold is always welcome.
Kind of taking a big sigh. Because, this poor goblin is tired.
You're now in 3 intro sessions.
Zombies, Shadow Beast, Drunken Halfling, and now a fight pit. Good times.
Just waiting for lucky number 4.
Alright,
Maybe.
so I'm gonna just really set aside and be like, alright, let's get this over with. Put on our best performance. And we head back towards the house. I imagine the 2 guards would probably remember who we are.
Hold on. What's your business?
Oh, damn it.
We
Check it.
wish to speak to your boss, the orc man.
Talk to boss. Names?
Uza.
Ooh.
And yes.
Hey, did you have like a brother? Oh, wait. He'll kind of look at you who just said Uzat. Are you his brother or something? Because his name's Uzit.
I'm giving you his name
Wait.
because he needs to be here. I'm just accompanying him.
Did he have a brother that came in here earlier?
I'm gonna say my name about 3 different times, and all sounding like slightly different, like Uzit, Uzad, Uzat. Like, you understand, right?
No.
Yes, he has a twin brother who's here, I don't know, an hour ago?
Alright,
20
alright.
minutes?
Okay.
Sometime.
Thank you for clearing that up. It seemed like a neat coincidence. I wanted to make sure it was real.
Yes,
on
they
in.
look exactly alike, and they wear the same equipment.
Ah,
It's really hard telling them apart.
good on you. I like that. I like that. Head on inside.
Have a good day.
After seeing how well, like, he just chat to that orc and made him believe that, like, with ease, I'm like, really debating if he's a fortune teller or if he's a bard. Not convinced yet.
I mean, I could always just start playing my drum. I might do that. I'm considering it.
Okay.
So we head back to the boss man, and assuming no one's in the office, or hoping no one's in the office, we walk in and ask him to point us towards the arena.
Oh, so you're deciding to participate in our little fun run.
I'm just hoping that that halfling is worth it.
Oh, most certainly not, but this should be fun. Here, it's pretty late in the day. It'll take place tomorrow. He'll get out his paper and ink again. Head to this address. Show them this, and they'll make sure you're situated right. And I'll hand you it.
Alright. I don't really know anything about this town, so like I kind of look at it and then I hand it to Jodak.
I'm gonna take it from him, look at it, read it over, and put it in my pocket. I should ask before we leave. Are there any plans to auction them off anytime soon?
Well, since you agreed to participate in this thing for him instead, no. Now, if you do a shit show tomorrow, then yeah.
See, what exactly are you expecting?
Just some amount of energy. You'll understand whenever you see what things are happening.
Very well. Okay. I guess we will see you tomorrow.
Alright.
I'm turn around and start leaving.
And I head out as well.
I assumed.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Heading to the address on the paper.
Talking to the guard at the door.
Alright.
We should probably go check in on Uzat. He seemed to be very interested in one of your some of your merchandise. Let's
Oh.
say.
Somebody's doing weird things in there.
Very weird things.
Oh.
I don't understand what's going on, so I just came to come tell you.
Oh.
Not this Uzat, his twin brother Uzat.
Well, yeah, because you're the one that guy.
Yes.
I'll go in and I'll try to stop the weird things. Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of this.
Good on you. Have a good evening.
He heads inside.
Confused, I just follow Jodak still. You kind of watch as his orc goes inside looking for someone that looks like me.
And we'll continue on to that place on the map.
Alright.
You should not ask any questions. It's for his own good.
You make your way over toward what you can now see is more of the entertainment area of the town, and you find a kind of nondescript looking building. Knocking on the door, there's an answer before too long. Just hey, what do you want?
We didn't get his name. I didn't get his name.
Well, you do, however, have the paper and the fact that you were sent there.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the paper. We were sent here. Something about putting in a show.
Oh, let me see that. And he'll take the paper from you and kind of look over it. Alright. And he'll kind of get a grin on his face. You two are Gotcha. Well, if you want anything before heading to bed, we have some dinner stuff down here prepared. Otherwise, have a nice night. You've got a busy day tomorrow.
You said he
I
smiled at
will-
us.
Do what?
Go ahead.
What'd you say?
I was just gonna say that I was gonna partake in the food.
We got a lot of meat stuff.
Nice.
You have a hearty dinner.
Full belly. Not really too cautious about the situation because I kind of knew I'm signing myself for a fight and a show, so I can only assume that this isn't going to go the way that I planned it to be.
Why would you think that, friend Rain?
Well, you see, friend Eric.
I've made you do mini games in the past, and they are fucking insane.
Oh my gosh, dude. Like, they never go how they're supposed to go. This will be easy and simple.
No.
I have no idea what just happened. So, with that being said, I imagine we just head to bed. How secure does the room look? Like,
Decently, but it also looks like they don't expect anybody to try to raise trouble here.
okay.
Anything before heading to bed?
Is there anyone else in our little tavern building? Do you see anyone else besides that guard who was at the door?
There's other guard folk, and it looks like there are people there for some nondescript reason. You can't really tell from just like how they're dressed.
Do we know if there's a show going on tonight? Or if it's just the next one is tomorrow?
Tonight there is nothing. But you did notice that there had been like an increase in activity the last couple of days. Just like of people coming to and from town.
I see. And I'm just going to bed.
Alright.
I'll see what's going on tomorrow.
Before I fall asleep, I mean, as long as it doesn't take too much time, could I prepare a couple more fire arrows?
Yeah.
Right. I only have one prepared. Can I just make it a solid 10?
You have it in oil, right?
Yeah, I have 2 bottles of oil.
Well, now you have 1.5 bottles of oil.
Alright. Noted.
And be warned, my completely arbitrary units of measurement will change as I deem fit.
No need to make note of it then.
Okay. So now you've made yourself some fire arrows, having yourself some dinner, going to bed. Got free food. Hey, always positive.
Yeah, can't be too upset about that.
Okay. Morning comes, and before either of you are able to wake up naturally, you have one of the guard-type looking people go over to you and rouse you from bed, saying, "Wakey, wakey, come on, get up, it's go time today."
Getting up with ease, I just gather the rest of my things. Looking over at Jodak to make sure that he's up and ready.
Yep, I'm make sure putting away my costume so I can walk you this way. So I'm stand up and ready. Make sure I'm in contact.
Alright, real quick thing before you get there. The weapons that you're going to be able to find in the area where fighting happens are the ones you're to be using. No stabbing anybody with actual stabby things, and if you're a monk, no murdering people with your bare hands. They're either valuable merchandise or they're other people like you trying to do things. We don't need none of that.
So it's not a fight to the death, it's just a fight to a defeat.
It's a something. We'll see it. Wait, you didn't... Oh. Well, this is gonna be even better.
Oh god.
Any
We just signed up for like the
restrictions?
Hunger Games or something.
What'd you say, Thaddeus?
I said, are there any restrictions on magic or things like
Magic restrictions. Don't melt somebody's face off. This isn't killing people time.
it's just combat? No,
People
okay,
it's something.
something.
Come on.
Let's see.
In case you want to elaborate on this something,
Well, the fact you don't know kind of speaks volumes. I'll let it happen as naturally as possible, because I think that that'll give the best amount of entertainment.
Oh jeez.
see, I wasn't worried before.
Well, Dylan, we just lost him. No more Dylan.
Alright. Let's get you two dropped in and we'll see how you do.
It's always Plan B.
We'll see how this goes.
Alright, now part of this is you need to be dropped in there blindfolded. So would you kindly allow me to...
Blindfold, being dropped in. Don't like any of this.
That's fair.
This is kind of a weird situation, but I will allow it.
I guess we don't really have any other choice.
Okay. You're both blindfolded. You're led to where you need to be going. And then you both individually feel yourselves be deposited in something before all traction goes out from underneath you. And you end up sliding and landing in something squishy.
Oh god. So we're deposited. We can take our blindfolds off now, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take mine off.
Can I hear music?
What'd you say?
Can I hear music? Man beside me.
No.
Take me and start looking.
Okay. As you take your blindfolds off, around you you see a very slick-sided pit. The bottom now just some layers of mud and what appear to be other things to make things slippery. Looking around, you can see a number of other individuals kind of coming to around you. And toward the center, though, you see what appears to be a wooden clockwork obstacle course. Going about its day, making life hell for anybody trying to go through there. And in the center, you can see what appears to be a hill of some kind with a little flag.
Okay, so they stated that the only items we can use are items we find in. Is there any type of weapon, like a jack or anything like that, or a
Around you, there is mud.
mud? I imagine all these items are in the mud. Great. Okay.
So there's an obstacle course ahead of us.
Yeah.
Is there any? What's at the end of the obstacle course?
The end of the obstacle course leads to the center. Basically, you're in like a circular arena. And looking at it, insighting a little bit, it looks like the goal is to get to the center.
Get to the flag.
Does anyone else around us have a weapon?
No, and as you're all kind of coming to and figuring out what it is you're going to need to do, I don't really want to roll initiative per se, but that's probably what we're going to need to do here. As you hear someone's thaumaturgical voice strike up and say, "Hello and welcome to the 74th Annual Twisted Tusk Obstacle Course and Survivor Showdown. This year we have a varied group of people to fight and fall for your amusements. So now, without further ado, let them begin. In this event, Conquest of the Hill."
King of the Hill. Okay.
And I'm loving. I can't go in this house. Okay.
Well, Smite isn't exactly going to help me in this situation.
You brained someone with. They are dead.
I get kicked out immediately. So you want us to roll a non-initiative initiative?
Yeah.
Still use our initiative bonus.
Wow, why am I so good at initiative? It's going to be a 23.
Fuck.
That was 16.
Okay, this actually requires me to do a little bit of writing.
Man, I thought it was going to be like a gladiator thing.
Oh, it totally is.
Gladiator King of the Hill. Okay.
I imagine we're just going to be punching the daylight out of each other.
No, someone's gonna find a gun somewhere.
Oh, I have a pickaxe.
Fuck. Alright. First up is Uzat.
So, I mean, I guess we begin. So, how, like, deep down is this mud? Like, how deep is it?
It's not deep enough to, like, really stop you here, but it is deep enough to cause everything to be really slippery. So be careful. Depending on how much you move, you might try to move too quickly and fall down.
Okay. I'm gonna... How far away is the center from us?
To the center, it's about 60-ish feet. But to the edge of the obstacle thing, it's about 20.
Okay. I'm gonna run about 15 and try to do like a sliding stop to try and make myself at the 20 mark so that I can start climbing onto this obstacle.
Well, that's half your move speed, so I mean, sure. And then you get your way onto the obstacle course. You can see a bunch of things kind of swinging and various, like, trapdoor style things happening.
Alright, I mean, obviously I'm gonna try to, like, not get knocked off and stuff, but I am definitely trying to work my way to the middle.
Alright, 15 more feet. If you can passively keep track of how far away you are from the center, so I don't have to, that would be great. Just because I'm a lazy fuck.
I'll make that note. So I start out 60 feet away.
Yeah. And now I would like you to make an acrobatics check. As you can see, part of the clockwork thing kind of give out beneath your feet and try to get you to slide away.
Acrobatics. I can do that. Hopefully I can do that. Does a 14 help?
14, as you're sliding from this breakaway stairway, you see one of the things that's largely used to knock people off the edge. You jump off of that and latch yourself onto one of those things, and that's where you're gonna have to end your turn for now.
Alrighty.
Jodak, you can see a bunch of the other people now moving forward. You see probably about 4 of them just eat shit, and the other ones, by and large, make it over to the obstacle area. And begin to do their stuff. And now it's you.
Okay. Seeing most of them run towards the obstacle area, I'm also gonna run towards the obstacle.
Alright.
Knowing it's slippery, I'm not going to run, dead on towards it. Stop 5-10 feet away from it, so I don't slide and bust my face and
Alright.
that type of thing. So I'm just saying, just start climbing onto the obstacle.
You do so easily enough and begin to make your way centerward. There's actually a problem here, because there's another one of the contestants nearby, and it looks like they're going to try to shove you with their shoving arms.
small. I can just move past it.
Acrobatics or athletics check.
Acrobatics it is. Acrobatics 18.
18, yeah. You, seeing them coming very quickly, slide along just enough so that the force of their push kind of leads them into nothing, and then you see them begin to lose traction of their own feet, and they're sent further into the obstacle course, but now in a worse spot. They're like stuck in a net.
They're further along than I am. Can I continue running?
Yeah, you can keep moving if you want.
I will keep moving along.
Acrobatics
I can
check.
25 feet.
As
25
there's
feet.
like one of those punching bag things that just comes near you and wants to slap you.
Acrobatics is 24.
Easily enough. You dodge it.
Dodge it and don't give and go any further.
Okay.
Unless I can push.
Back over to Uza.
Back over to me. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and keep going. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So more acrobatics.
Yeah.
All right. Acrobatics go. Hell to the yes. I got a critical 20.
Alright. Dodging, weaving, jumping, sliding, all the things necessary to get past all these insane things. You've come to the outside of the hill.
All right, and just a general idea, the outside of the hill is what? Probably about 10 feet from the center?
Yeah.
10, 15?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. How steep is this hill?
Quite.
And it's muddy, correct?
Yep.
Feeling the inner climber myself, I am going to... So, question.
Yo.
The pickaxe I have isn't considered a weapon, correct?
No, not normally. It is simply a tool.
I'd like to use this tool to help me climb by sticking it in the ground.
Okay, you get out the pickaxe and you smack it somewhere, then you hear a loud whistle. And then a voice say, "Party foul!" And then a stream of incredibly, what's the word for slippery?
Slippery?
Yeah, I'd just go with slippery.
Incredibly slick, viscous liquid begins to fall all around you.
Oh, Jesus. No pickaxe. Got it. I will put the pickaxe back in my satchel.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's extremely slick where I'm at now.
Yes.
Can I move around the hill to avoid this?
They kind of shot it from a little cannon off to the side. You were the center point. Everywhere else around you has been coated.
Okay. So I have to now get up this hill that has basically extremely slick snot all around me. Got
Yeah.
it. Alright. Well, I'll say that I probably used about 15-20 of my movement, so I'm going to try and do about 10 feet of movement up this hill. See how it
Alright.
goes.
Make an athletics check. At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Damn. I hope I can roll the same thing twice. I do not, but it's a 17 in total.
Okay, 17. You begin to work your way upward. Between having to fight the slickness, though, you only make it about 5 feet.
About 5 feet. I'm making great progress. Alright. That's it for me.
Alright. Okay. Who's that? You're going to see someone emerge with what appears to be a broken bit of the obstacle course. And they're going to look at you.
What? Not cool. Party foul.
And they're going to whack you. Like a piñata.
What the hell? Gotta block.
Well, it's still your AC. How's the 14 treat you?
It doesn't hit.
Okay, they whack uselessly.
Man, too bad I don't have a reaction. I want to grab it.
As per Jodak, you're going to see somebody else that just looks like they have been coated in some sort of a viscous liquid. And they're going to attempt to tackle you. Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Cool. 21.
All right, you just kind of barely manage to dodge out of the way as this oaf tries to bear hug you, covered in snot.
Is he spinning away from after he misses?
He kind of does, because he quickly finds that he doesn't have any traction on his shoes anymore, and he just goes sliding off into the distance.
I'm going to stump and give him a slight wave.
Say again?
I'm going to wave goodbye as he slides past.
This is fair. Alright. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Looking around. It seems that everyone else is getting along first.
It seems that people are trying to get out of the way. Like, get out of the obstacle course. Other ones are trying to climb the hill in the center. They seem to really want that flag.
Seem to really want the flag, so I'm running towards the hill. So I can start climbing.
Alright. You are not covered in a viscous liquid, so you may make an athletics check.
Just normal.
Yeah.
19.
19. You're climbing that hill pretty well. You're about 5 feet from the top.
Damn. It's further than I thought it'd be.
Alright, who's that?
Alright, well. This dude that's whacking on me. Because he's next to me, he should now be covered in this stuff, right?
Yeah, he stepped in it in his fervor to try to get to you.
I'd like to bonus action disengage, so that he may not re-whack me.
Smart boy, I was going to whack you.
And then I would like to try and scurry up this hill even more.
Peely, disadvantage.
If only I had some sort of water on me and not a bottle of oil.
That would also be a
Alright.
party foul.
Because it's...
Side materials.
Jeez. Alright. Acrobatics. Oh, disadvantage. Damn. Okay. Well, the second roll didn't matter. It's a 16.
16. Clamor. You make your way up to the top. You can see that there are other people in a very similar position to you, but you feel as though you may have gotten here first. You still have a little bit of movement left.
Can I, like, try to scurry and grab that flag?
Scurry, grab the flag. You grab the flag.
What, like... Is a like flag mounted into the ground or anything, or
It's one of those instances where it's a kind of like a quarterstaff size thing, just kind of shoved into a hole with a flag on the end.
can I use this to bonk people off?
You may.
I would like to do so. Is there someone nearby that I can bonk?
Okay,
That's
you go
not
to a
Jodak.
random edge. You peer down. You see Jodak.
Hi.
Can I reach the staff down to help him up the rest of the way?
Use your action to use the help action. I mean, probably, yeah, you can.
Alright, because I imagine with him up there with me, we can defend the hill better.
Okay.
Alright. That's bonus action, movement, and action.
Alright. Here's that behind you. You're going to see someone climb up above the edge of the mud hill. Grab a handful of mud and fling it at thy face.
They can't touch us.
Would. Oh god, would an 18 hit you?
It meets.
So yes.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna get whacked and get sent all the way down to the bottom, aren't I?
You now have mud in your eyes. You are blinded until such a time as you do not have mud in your eyes.
I hate it. This only calls for me to just start swinging rashly. Helicopter.
However, nobody else is up that close. So now it is over to Jodak.
Is only this one man that's up on top?
At the moment, it seems everybody else is distracted trying to hit each other.
How far is he from us?
From Uzat, this isn't a very large area, so probably only about 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, so I'm grabbing some mud myself, man.
Repeat that.
I'm going to grab some mud myself to try to blind him. It's the other dude. He just pulled up.
Okay, so you're tossing mud.
Yes.
Toss mud. Just make it like a dexterity-based thingy. You're not mudslinging proficient, to my knowledge.
19.
19. Yeah. You slapped this man in the face with mud. He now has mud in his eyes. And he is blinded until such a time as he does not have mud in his eyes.
I haven't climbed up to the top of the thing yet. So I'm going to finish climbing up.
Kind of hard to hear.
As I haven't climbed up to the top yet, have I?
I thought you...
He took the help action, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it was basically to make sure that you didn't have to make a check to get up to the top.
Okay, just that. Yeah. What can I do?
Well, it was your action to mudsling, so...
Yeah. Look around the top. Is there anything that sticks out? Besides the people, of course.
Actually looking around, make a perception check.
Perception. Well, that 19 on the die. Perception is
Alright.
322.
On one of the far walls, you see what appears to be an image of a flag and an arrow pointing down.
Can I grab? And start running towards that direction.
Can you what?
Grab me and run towards that direction.
Start running towards that direction.
Okay, Usa, in your blinded state, you feel someone grab onto you and begin to move you in a direction.
Come with me. You want to live?
Alright. Aladdin, show me the world.
Okay,
I assume I can hear him.
I mean, yeah, but without your eyesight and going in a hurry, you're probably gonna, like, fall off this hill and it might hurt.
Well, if he's dragging me in a slick, he should be able to drag me with ease.
I know, you're gonna fall is what I'm saying. Be prepared to take some damage. Going for it?
Oh, because we're, like, following the arrow that says down?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I think I'm okay with that.
Alright. Both of you
Is.
take 3 falling damage.
Alright.
As you land and one of you kind of twist your ankle a little bit and it hurts.
I think we have no movement left.
Yeah,
Not
kind of done now.
Yeah.
Recovering from going jump. Luckily, it was not on the side where Uzak got himself covered in goop.
Hey, good deal.
Didn't we have slid down the mountain?
You did slide down the mountain. You just slid down it really quickly.
Right.
It's like one
called
small
falling.
step.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for your turn. Over to Uzak. Get mud in your ass.
I have mud in my eye. Am I able to, like, wipe it out, or is that just
I'll take your
not
action.
possible? I'll take my action. I have to see.
I mean, it's nice.
Seeing is nice. It's cool.
Yeah, so I will use my action to clear my vision. Just
All right.
pull out my ferret, my weasel, wipe my eyes off, put my weasel back in.
You hear a whistle, and then they kind of determine what it is, and then you hear a, never mind.
Not an item.
Definitely not a weapon. Oh, it could be a weapon.
Alright, so now that I can see, and we are at the bottom of this hill, do I see any more arrows or see anything?
You can see the sign, or well, the image of the flag, since, you know, your partner's pointing it out.
Alright. And it's like away from the hill, I imagine?
Yeah, it's along the rim, past where people, like, started. Of course, looking around, you also see people going, huh, the flag not on the hill anymore. Wait, they have the flag.
Oh, shit. I would like to book it.
You book it the fuck in that direction. Okay, you can only make it 30 if you run on your own. You can't dash. So you'll be somewhere in Maze Hill, which now you're carrying a flag around, so that's harder. So whatever check you make, you need to do it with disadvantage.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so disadvantage acrobatics?
Yeah.
Why? Why does it have to be disadvantage?
Because you have a big
I can't
stick.
help him, can I?
No, you
Far behind.
had to
That
mud
was
the
a
other guy.
beautiful roll.
Not anymore, it's not.
That's
What we got now?
not anymore. 13.
13. As you're running across, you feel a sudden tonk, as it seems that one of the obstacle course things has batted the flag out of your hands and sent it spiraling into the outer ring.
In the direction we're trying to go.
A little bit off to the side, so not quite like a direct there, but not near to you.
Damn it. Okay, I know what I have to do. I can't. I mean, I imagine that was the rest of my movement and my action. So
Yeah.
I will,
So you're about
Roll for
halfway through the obstacle hell at the moment.
alrighty. That will be it for me, sir.
Alright, over to them. This guy sees the flag there, and he's been stuck in the obstacle hell this entire time. Can they escape? No, they cannot escape. You see, off to the distance, a goblin just getting the shit kicked out of him by an inanimate object. And you see some of the other ones along the outside start to move closer in that direction to it. It feels like whatever's about to happen whenever you guys get over there may be a bit of a clusterfuck. So I'm gonna put on some more intense music. Okay, over to Jodak.
Do that. I'm going to be running towards the flag, of course.
Alright.
But can I run my full movement then slide a bit on the mud?
Yeah, you can fucking go for it if you want. You can even slide and then grab it while you're sliding.
Would that be closer to the target?
Not particularly, because it's kind of off in a different direction, and once you start sliding, you never fucking know where you're gonna end up. But are you gonna full speed go for it?
No, I'm just gonna run. Just gonna run control play.
Alright, well, there is a check to get out of the obstacle course. Or
Yep.
through it.
One check.
Acrobatics, probably.
23.
Yeah. You jump, dodge, slide your way through the obstacle course. This is apparently what you were made for. And then you reach the edge of the mudlands.
How far is the flag from me?
Probably about 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. I don't believe there's anything to do. Action and movement. Okay. that right?
What?
I said I don't think there's anything else I can do with action and movement right there.
Not particularly, because he didn't just go for it.
Yeah.
Alright. That the end?
That's the end.
Who's that?
Oh, I'm halfway through this.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what happens if I just full out gun it.
Go
towards
for it,
that
my man.
flag. So, very wanting that flag greatly. I'm gonna run full out.
Alright. Acrobatics check, get out of the whacking stick area of pain.
Alright. If this die does what it's been doing, this is going to be beautiful.
It will not.
You're right, but I got a 15.
15. Good enough. And you're full force going for it?
Yes.
So you jumping off one of the last things of the obstacle course, landing on the outskirts in this area of slippery mud, find yourself sliding like a bastard and unable to really stop yourself. Make a acrobatics or athletics check to grab the flag as you slide past it.
Acrobatics. Don't fail me now. A 19.
Alright, you latch onto this thing. It's now sliding with you as you head toward a wall.
Well, I don't want to lose the flag or break it by sticking it in the ground to stop myself. So I will take probably the bludgeoning damage from sliding into that set.
Well, you don't quite make it there yet because of how time works during turn-based games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dramatic
over
pause.
to the rest. Yeah, over to the rest of the jabbers. That one's close enough. You have a flag. Come here. I want to grab it. You find yourself waylaid to the side as someone slides into you trying to grab the flag. Opposing athletics checks to hold on to the thing.
Athletics.
Yeah, this is kind of force-based.
Damn it. 9.
They got more. So it is wrenched away from you as they begin sliding off in a random direction.
Okay. I tried.
Over to Jodak. As everybody else is kind of closing distances.
What direction did the one guy go after getting the flag? Is it towards the goal or away from the goal?
Kind of perpendicular.
I see. How far is he from me currently?
What did I say the flag was away from ranged character last time?
15 before me.
Okay, so now that's probably about 30.
Okay.
So in order to get there, you're going to have to full speed.
Yeah, I'm full speed going after him. Try to bump into him and steal the flag from him that way.
Okay, you are kind of forced to lose your footing, but you would like to try to grab this flag.
Yes.
Athletics check, my man.
Okay. 9.
Well, they got a 2. So, as they're sliding helplessly and starting to realize that they are sliding helplessly, and you see some panic enter their eye, you, also sliding helplessly, but maintaining your cool, go up perpendicular to where they are, and you yoink it out of their hands.
And now I'm just sliding randomly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can I use the flag to stop myself?
Possibly on your turn.
Okay.
Over to Uza.
Who's that?
You're just sliding, my man. You're just sliding toward the wall.
Apart from the guy that the flag was just stolen from, is there anyone that seems to be moving in a more rapid speed?
Everyone.
Oh, jeez. I'm not a big guy, so like I can't like tackle all of them.
No, but you have confidence.
I do have confidence. And there's nothing in the arena that I can grab as of right now.
Not until other people bring their weapons that they've acquired to your direction.
So I would like to run towards some of the closer people to kind of cause like a pileup, maybe,
All right.
if possible.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of Okay, well, first you have to stop yourself.
Alright, I'd like to stop myself.
How do you stop yourself?
I can't use my shield because that would be a party foul, wouldn't it?
Probably.
I guess the only way I can really, I'm gonna like dig my hands into the mud and try and cause a lot of traction.
Okay. You hard just dig things in, try to break. Make an athletics check just to see how well it works.
Don't fail me now, die. 16.
Yeah, okay. You managed to stop yourself after only sliding about an extra 10 more feet. And then you kind of do math in your head and see where all these people are kind of converging at, which is in the direction of the flag that your partner's currently holding.
Alright, I'd like to try my best to body slam and pile up that cluster of people.
They're spread out enough currently that to do so, you may not be able to do so. Unless you had like a really long rope.
I wonder where my rope is. And I can't use anything that I brought in. Okay, well, what about mudslinging? Can I just grab handfuls of mud and just start swinging them?
Okay, you pick one that's probably at the front of the pack and you just floop. Make the attack. Just add your dexterity modifier.
Alright. What? I'm pretty sure I'm proficient with mud.
Now.
That would be a dirty... no. Dexterity modifier?
Yeah.
19.
You hit them in the face with mud, at which point in time it seems that they weren't really expecting that, and they begin to lose their footing and slide.
Yes. Crash.
Would you like to move at all?
Yeah, I should probably head towards that direction.
Toward your friend?
Well, he's closer to where the flag needs to be, correct?
A little bit.
Alright, yeah. I want to kind of head towards him or towards the, where
Safe
the flag needs to
speed
go.
or fuck it, I need to get there speed.
I need to get there.
Okay, so if you're going I need to get there speed, you're going to start slipping. Are you going toward him or are you going toward the flag's end point?
End point.
Right, gotcha. You set off on your way.
Him out. Alright. Do I need to make any type of... Probably acrobatics, don't I?
Not at this point.
Okay.
Alright. Now it is all them. Full speed at poor Jodak, who is still moving himself. So let me just see how good they are at calculating. Like,
Don't forget to add in mud to the face.
well, yeah, he's a lost cause. Yeah, the rest of them really aren't that bad. And Jodak, you begin to see your location being converged upon from multiple sides.
I don't like this.
Now it's your turn.
I don't like this at all. It's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I sliding towards the end goal?
Not particularly. You're closer, but you need to readjust your heading.
How far is it from me? To that.
To the end goal, you're probably about like a solid 15 degrees wrong. Your current speed will make it, but your current heading will not.
Can I use the flag, like, sort of pivot to try to aim myself?
You would like to do that cool flag thing people do in the cool movies?
Yes.
Alright. Make an athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Athletics. Have a 14.
A 14. Okay, putting the flag and pivoting a bit, you manage to change your direction of slide a bit, and that looks like you're heading in the right way. And then,
To use up over at the end goal?
well, you
Or
are.
near the end goal?
Well, you see him heading your direction as well. However, first you're going to impact with the wall, which is going to deal 3 damage. As you very roughly clonk into it.
Okay.
Right. Now it's over to Uzak.
All right. Well, how am I doing on this mud?
Alright. He didn't have a chance to stop himself because he used his action to change his heading. You are just colliding, right?
Yes.
Alright. Take, God, 5 damage.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still here.
Yes, you collide roughly with the side of the wall.
All right, but I am here where the flag needs to be, correct?
Yes, along with your ally. Looking down, you can see that there appears to be like a little inset for it to go in there.
Could I grab the flag and put it in there?
Well, I imagine your friend isn't going to fight you, is he?
No.
Then yes.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Alright. You put the flag in the hole. And then you feel it catch on something, so you turn it a bit, at which point in time you hear a click. And then you see the obstacle course area and most of the mud area drop out as a series of very large trapdoors have now been activated.
I hope that goblin was still on it.
And you see most of the individuals who you were previously having some sort of like competition with be plunged into a large area of water.
Oh geez, bath time.
Not one of these individuals.
However, as you're watching all this happen, the area beneath you and your partner will give out to reveal a slide, which sends you both spiraling downward and landing in a small boat.
We're in a boat. Alright.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
As
This
the...
is-
Go on.
I was just gonna make a comment about how everything's changing.
As the various whirs of the arena begin to come to a close, there is now a relatively small island appearing in the center.
So we're in a boat near the outer rim while everybody else is in the water along with the obstacle course.
Now, the obstacle
there's-
course kind of is part of the up stuff.
Okay. And there's an island in the very center.
Yeah,
Is there a flag on that island?
there is not a flag, but there is a goblet.
Oh, so how would movement speed work? Would it just be normal? Or
It would be boat movement, which is about 40.
all right, well,
Assuming you're rowing like men.
I'm gonna try and get towards that center. I mean, I have Jodak there with me, so
There are 2
Excellent.
oars.
all right.
I will grab one. And thing for Uzak is the other, so we can go and see sunset.
So now all these poor fucks are swimming and dog paddling their way there. Jodak, you just continue the movement.
Yep.
Alright. You make it to the center. As you just paddle, 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 paddle.
I'm going to keep the orb with me
Smart.
and then climb up onto the island. Again.
You do so.
Can I move further into the island?
Most of your movement's going to be taken up by just getting the boat there.
Well, actually, look around.
Okay, you can see that it looks like the person that you flung mud into the eyes of may have had an idea that this was going to happen, so they didn't get themselves too far away from the center from where they were before. That's the closest one. Everybody else seems like it's going to take them way too long to swim here.
Let's see. That's great.
Who's that?
I'm gonna freaking smite with an oar.
It's an option.
Alright, so obviously I'm gonna keep the oar with me because that is my only viable weapon at the time.
As you don't want to hit him with a boat?
Can I hit him with a boat?
If you tried really hard.
Talking about the boat, does it look like it's gonna float off anywhere, or should I drag it in? Like,
It looks like it would probably float off, but it doesn't. You don't know if it matters if it didn't.
he's there by the gauntlet. He has a paddle. He's probably like 10 feet away from me.
Something like your ally?
Yeah. I want to pull the boat up a little bit just so that it doesn't just immediately start drifting away.
Okay.
Because I feel like that might come in hand at some point.
Instead of hitting the center of the island, you just scree. Drag the boat inland.
And then I would like to go towards the center.
Make it about halfway there.
Alright. Chuck some mud.
There is no mud.
Chuck some water.
Splash.
Ha! I gotcha.
Okay. You see the individual come up on the other side, and then, with more speed than you might have suspected, they quickly run toward the center and grab the cup in there. And then we're over to Jodak.
Okay. So, as an action, because I want to be safe and secure, I'm going to heal myself using Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Okay. I forgot what Cure Wounds does. D8.
Plus your casting modifier.
At least get 6 back.
Okay.
Max. Right. And then I'm going to start running towards the cup and the guy coughing something on me.
Alright. Well, if you are full of movement, since you didn't drag a boat like some other friends, you
It might come to hand. You never know.
you make it on the other side of where this person is currently grabbing the cup.
Does he already have the cup in his hand?
He already has the cup in his hand.
Okay. I already used an action and a movement. I don't have a bonus action I can use.
Okay. Over to Uzat.
I'm gonna run, like, straight at this person with the cup, and I'm gonna try and just full force whack him with this paddle.
D20 plus your strength.
Oh, I don't think I have anything in my strength.
Then don't roll
Alright.
garbage.
I got a 16.
16 is not garbage. You smack this man with a paddle. Paddle damage. Fuck it. D6.
Yes. D6. Obviously proficient in it.
Doesn't matter if you're proficient or not, it's damage.
It's 4 damage.
Ow!
He got a splinter.
It hurts. You come up to the side of this guy and you waylay him with the oar.
Just whack him.
You hear a loud applause from up top.
At least it's not a whistle. Oh, wait, I hit him. I I can smite, right?
Are you really going to smite this man?
Does he release a cup?
No.
I really want that cup.
Are you going to smite this man?
Ah, yes. I will
Okay.
smite this man.
Roll for
So I
smite.
Expend 1 spell slot. Alright. Let's see. Smite 2d8, right?
Yeah.
This guy is obviously undead.
No.
What the hell? Alright, let's see. Good numbers. Oh, no, that... I was so confused. I rolled and I got a 0. I'm like, that doesn't work.
2d8.
Yeah. Alright, that's a 4. And then... That's 6. So I got 10 damage.
Ow!
Smited by an ore.
The ore goes bonk, and then there's a resounding, echoey bonk. As a reverberation afterward, they reel back in pain. Looking pretty fucked the fuck up.
I'm just gonna yell, give me the cup!
It's their turn. Yeah, okay, that hurt enough they don't care anymore. They're going to take, from their back pocket, what appears to be a very large splinter from the obstacle course above. And then they're going to hit you with it.
They enlarged a splitter. Sorcery.
Or they just found a sharp piece of wood.
A shank.
Yes. 20 some is going to hit you.
Yes.
And then it's going to deal some damage. Please take. Ow. 15 piercing damage.
Damn. Okay, I don't look so well now.
As he drives this makeshift shard into your shoulder.
Ah, geez, that's not good.
Trying to kill me.
And then they're going to disengage and probably make it about halfway to the water source.
I know what I have to do next turn. Jeez.
Does he run past me or run away from me?
They disengage.
Disengage for the entire turn.
Yeah. Alright. Over to Jodak. Oh, and by the way, as you are stabbed and blood begins to kind of well from the stab wound, you again hear uproarious cheering. And the announcer kind of go, ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards him and smack him with the oar. Preferably trying to knock the top out of his hand.
You're trying to disarm. In that case. Alright, well, make an attack with disadvantage and tell me what your damage is. If you hit.
Attack is... Okay. It's D20 plus strength, right?
Yeah, because oars are kind of unwieldy.
15.
15? Yeah. Roll that d6 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
6. At disadvantage. So...
No, the d6 is still fine. You don't roll your damage die at disadvantage. You're
No.
disadvantaging.
I had disadvantage, so I can't sneak attack.
Ah, this is true.
Yep.
Well, you couldn't sneak attack anyway because it's not a finesse weapon.
That's right.
A makeshift weapon, if anything. Freaking ore.
You muted yourself. I'll never get to know what the
Yep.
d6 was.
Alright, I thought I said it. I have 3.
3? Okay, with the amount of health that this guy has left, you smack their hand, and as a reactionary thing, they end up letting go of the cup, and it clinks off toward the edge.
Do you have any more movement to run towards it?
What did I say? How far did he make it from you guys?
You
I thought you
didn't
said
say.
about halfway.
Okay, so... No. You're kinda spent.
Okay.
Alright, then who's that?
Well, obviously, I'm not going to be able to run around with the amount of health that I have.
No, you can run just fine. Your health really isn't like how much you can... It's your stamina. You can still bonk. You're fine at 1 as you're as fine at 1 as you are at 100. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'd rather not run with this much. So I will run over there, but as I do, can I kind of do like a lay on hands of like for myself?
That would be your action. Are you sure that that is wise?
Well, looking around, like, do I see where the cup needs to go?
No. But they were heading this way with foot for some reason.
I just don't want to go down.
Well, he's only about 30 feet away. You could probably make it to him and bludgeon him. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I will run over there and I'm gonna whack this dude because I know he doesn't have much left.
Flanking with friends, have advantage on your attack.
Beautiful. Please roll a beautiful number, but don't make this guy explode.
Please, no, don't.
All right.
I'd like to get you guys where I need to get you if you start killing people.
Okay, so because I don't add anything because it's a strength thing, I rolled an 18.
Alright. And 18 will hit.
For 3 damage.
3 total damage?
Yes.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to smite?
I would like to smite, but is that going to cause the guy to blow up?
It might.
Ah, Jesus.
How confident do you feel?
I smite pretty hard.
You do. So it's kind of not a great call.
Yeah, I will hopefully... Wait, don't I... Hold on, I have something. I have something that will help, that will not make him blow up.
Not after you've hit things, if you're talking about some bonus action or something.
Can deal your level extra damage with a spell or attack to a creature larger than you.
Fury of the Small!
Fury of the Small!
It is an orc!
I will bash him a couple times with this paddle for the extra 2 damage.
You spend the extra 2 damage instead of the extra 2d8 damage. And as you're preferably non-lethally bludgeoning this man, the crowd goes into an uproarious cheer as they are knocked onto the ground and rendered unconscious.
Oh my god, he would have exploded. Fury of the Small. That is used. Can I bonus action pick up the cup?
No.
No. I think that would be it for me.
Okay. The people paddling in the water seem like they're getting a little bit closer. Over to Jodak.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run towards the cup and pick it.
Okay, you have a cup now.
Can I towards the water edge?
Yeah, you can make it toward the water edge. As a matter of fact, you can make it there with your movement.
Let's sweep up some water with the bonus action.
You can, yeah, sure, if you want to make it a bonus action.
I mean, do I have to make it a bonus action?
Not really, but what else are you going to use your bonus action for?
Nothing.
Okay.
To have it.
Yeah.
Sip some delicious, delicious mud water.
No, I'm gonna sweep it up.
Okay.
That's it.
You got water in a cup now.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Turn it off. What do you do with the cup?
Over to Uza.
We're gonna go to the water's edge as well because I assume I can make it there. I have no idea. Can I look around to see again?
No. There's
No.
nothing to see.
What do we do with the cup?
Oops. Right. Flag?
Speak up.
He said boat and possibly go to the flag. Are we able to return? No, we went down a slide, so we can't return to the
Yeah.
area. At the very least, we keep it away from everybody else till we find out. Get in the boat.
So then you action dash back toward the boat.
Oh, are we away from the boat? I thought we were running towards the boat.
No, you're pretty far away.
Why did he run this way? Is there anything on the cup?
It is a cup. It seems pretty intricate, but like, it's a cup.
And there's nothing on the island except for maybe the spot that we got the cup from.
Which we didn't actually make it to.
Can we make it to the boat? Like,
Not this turn.
not this turn. And the people in the water, are they pretty close, or?
They will be soon. And then there's a lot of them.
Well, since I don't know what to do, I'm honestly going to use my action to heal myself because I will
Right.
prepare for that mass.
I respect that.
So I will just go ahead and use a full out pool of it. Get that whopping 10 health back.
Alright.
That puts about half of some of the hits you've been sending my way.
Speaking of, hey Thaddeus, there's a big splinter right there if you want it.
Pick it up.
Okay,
I kind of wanted.
it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna pick it up.
Alright. It's yours
It's
now.
I'm still
Covered in
hold
my
on to the
blood.
ore, but I'm gonna pick up the splinter as well.
Yeah.
By the way, so you know, you would have killed me if you hit me with that splinter. Straight out.
It's like he just got smited.
He gave it his
Around
all.
for any sort of information about information for the cup.
Look around, you see nothing.
Stuff.
There's nothing.
Nothing at all. No walls, no arrows,
Nope.
no.
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run towards the boat.
Okay.
Depending on how far it is. How far is the boat?
Probably like, from where you are, about 50 feet.
How far is the center where the cup was?
About 50 feet.
At this point, the boat is probably the better option.
At the very least, we can stay away from everybody.
Yeah.
Until we know
What's your passive perceptions? Real quick.
14.
13.
Okay. Is that you can almost hear what the people up top are saying, but not quite.
Is it my? So it's my turn now, right?
Yeah.
So, because I heard that with my passive perception, could I do a perception check to or
Sure.
investigation even?
It would be a perception.
Perception. Let's see if I hear him. Please let me hear him. 17.
Okay, they are trying to backseat gladiator you, and you can hear people screaming, "Drink it!"
Oh, gross. Okay, well he started booking it towards the boat
With the cup.
with the cup, so I'm gonna book it to him. And am I able to take a drink out of it?
That depends if he lets you have the cup.
You let me have the flag.
Flag. How intricate do you say this cup was?
It'd probably fetch a few gold.
Probably wouldn't, but I'm not. I'll be honest.
So I get to him. I try to take the cup. He doesn't give me the cup. Can I tell him to
Good
drink
point.
it? Drink it.
That's disgusting. Besides, I don't think I can drink it on my turn. No, this is on my turn. Right?
Well, I moved to him. I told him what to do, and he won't give me the cup. So that's basically all I can do. Maybe prepare an action if someone comes ashore.
Okay. Jodak.
So, Uzak just came up here and told me to drink this water, disgusting water from this cup. So I will begrudgingly follow his suggestion.
Okay, you do so, and then you begin to feel some force force itself upon you. Would you like to make a wisdom save or not?
Wisdom save to resist it?
Yeah.
I have no idea what this force does.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay.
A 2. So I have a 3.
All right. Well, with your marvelous 3, you see your form begin to shrink and contort as Uza, you've watched your companion turn from a halfling into a parakeet.
What?
He's a bird now?
He's a parakeet.
Not a parakeet, he's a tiny bird.
I'm a bird, but I'm glaring at Usopp. In the most bird-like way I possibly can.
The eyes do not move because they are bird eyes.
So he's a bird now.
He's a
Can I
bird.
look up and see where, like, a bird might go?
I mean, there's a big hole up there.
He doesn't have the cup anymore now, right?
Well, he still has the cup.
It's in one of my talons
Yeah.
or something. I mean, how else would a bird hold a cup?
I feel pretty confident that I'm able to drink from this cup with a bird holding onto it.
Well, maybe if like there was any water left and he didn't spill it all whenever he turned into a bird.
Are we close to the water, or are we 50 feet away from the water again?
Well, you're kind of inward, but you're maybe about 20 away-ish.
Alright, I will grab the cup, and...
Are you doing
Jodak
anything
holds
for
on-
the rest of your turn, Bird Jodak?
I don't know how much fly movement I would get, so I'll just be flying around his head,
I don't know, like 50.
pecking at him.
Okay. If you use your turn to annoy your teammate. I agree. All right, here's that. Your turn. Take the cup and you head toward the water.
Yep.
All
I'm gonna
right.
drink it. That's what I assume is the right thing to do.
Take a sip. You begin to feel a force begin to exert its will over you.
I'm assuming it's the same force that turned him into a bird, and I seen the hole, so I'm gonna just let it happen.
Probably. Okay. You turn into a macaw.
A macaw!
Is he bigger than me?
I think so. That's me.
Oh, I'm short thing anyway, so.
Macaw
Okay.
bird.
Now what would you like to do with your macaw self?
I'm beautiful.
Stop and stare into the water. With your bird brain taken over.
I'm gonna be a bird. I'm gonna fly.
Okay, you're taking the goblet with you. Where are you going?
Up.
You go up. There is a cannon burst, which shoots a lot of confetti everywhere. And an uproarious amount of cheering.
Extremely confused. Still a bird. Still flying up. Gotta get out of here.
I'm just going around annoying the other contestants.
You are a very angry bird.
At this point in time, the other contestants seem kind of disheartened, and they're just kind of floating. Except for that one guy who may be bleeding out right now.
He's fine. He started it.
But as you're flying upward there, Mr. Bird, you begin to hear a little clicking call that attracts your attention.
I must follow this beautiful language that I am hearing spoken to me.
You go over to where it is. Someone hands you a cracker. And then, as you're worrying yourself with the cracker, you find yourself back in your goblinoid form.
Do I have any cracker remaining?
Not much.
I will finish it.
Okay, fair.
Looking around, what do I see? I mean, this person who just gave me a cracker.
You see the person that just gave you the cracker, a bunch of people cheering.
Can I call to Jodak, or would that even...
Well, you see the person with the bird thing trying really hard, but I don't know if the Jodak bird wants to come this way or they just want to spend their time hitting people.
The better question would be if I noticed that someone was trying to call to me.
Well, you would hear a little echoey thing. That sounds neat, but at the same time, I know not your birdie bloodlust.
I was just randomly running around, like a stone in the mud. Then I got sent to an obstacle course, had to climb a hill, had to go back down the hill, got sent sliding through the mud, got tossed into a little river, and then randomly turned into a bird.
He is a very pissed off bird.
I am a very upset bird.
He's
So
going
you're
for
just pecking
blood.
people.
Yeah, when I see Uza, what are you packing him first?
Uh,
I can't see Uza. What are you packing?
not unless you go
What
up,
a
you can't
thing.
see who's that.
Did I see where he flew off to when he was a bird?
Kinda, sorta, out of the side of your bird eye.
I'm gonna try to follow that his path.
Okay, you head that way and you begin to hear someone making a noise that interests your birdie self.
Look,
Very intriguing.
it's a very weird sound.
Heading over to the noise, you find an orcish individual offering you a cracker, but there's also Uzat right there.
I'm gonna go peck Uzak on his head, or his ears, or something.
Uzat, you're being accosted by a bird.
I feel personally offended. Can I try to like catch him like with my hands without damaging him?
Yeah. Athletics check versus a bird acrobatics check.
What is the bird's acrobatics?
Probably like a +5.
Don't worry, I don't catch him.
I had an 18, so
I got a total of 4.
You try, you fail. You can
Can
see
I,
that the
like-
person who kind of isn't, like, you can see the bird person just kind of laughing at the situation.
Can I try offering him the cracker? Maybe
Can ask
Mad
for
Bird will become less mad.
You ask for the cracker, they
this
give it to
the
you.
dude asking about the cracker.
What?
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
You ask the person for the cracker from them, they hand it to you. What would you like to do with this cracker?
I'm just gonna try and stick it up in the air.
Do you accept this goblin's peace offering?
Begrudgingly, yes.
You have some of the cracker, and then you back to yourself.
I just kind of look at him, and like I have the rest of the cracker in my hand. I'm gonna eat it, just to be that guy.
Alright.
Can stop and come with this.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Come on.
Was this really necessary?
Well, I don't know what's going on, and I'm just glad I got you up here. So,
So much of
does this orcish man that fed us crackers, does he lead anywhere, or is he just chilling up here with us?
Once they kind of get over a case of the giggles from watching your two antics, they will kind of wave you off in a direction.
We still have the goblet.
Yes.
If Duzak dropped it, I'm gonna pick it up.
I imagine it's still in my hand.
I'm gonna take it from him.
I will allow that.
Okay.
I imagine that was probably the reason why he was mad at me. So,
Now you have a cup.
No, I have a cup.
it turns you into a bird.
This could be very useful in the future.
Alright, so we go the direction that the orc kind of guides us to.
Alright. As you are going past the actual, like, pit area itself, you see that in the center area, They're more or less just punching each other, as there is now a rope ladder in the center.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna take a moment just to admire the genius who made this.
You think you see a tooth go flying.
All right. Glad it didn't come to that point. What about the guy that might have been bleeding out? Is he still just...
He's having himself a nap, you think.
He's fine. He's fine. Look at my silver amulet. Just kind of see if I can see anything.
You don't see a ghost.
Well, that's promising. So, alright. Hopefully we can get Dylan now.
Being led past you.
So worth it.
Being led past you, once again come into contact with the very large orcish individual. And they go, well, I'll be honest, I've seen better, but I've seen worse too. You got up as a part, as a group, which is unusual, I'll say. So good on you.
Really, we couldn't have done it without each other. A little bit of context of what the challenge would have been would have probably helped us in the situation.
Nah, this one's designed to inspire as much confusion as possible.
There was plenty of that.
One year, they all turned into birds, but then they didn't know where to go. So they just ended up fighting each other over the water. It was something to watch.
I feel like that would have been a very long show.
It was. Do you know how much concessions we sold that day?
We should have turned more people into birds. But why did it seem like everyone knew where to go, except us?
Well, they'd been here in previous years. Probably watched it.
So we were like the new underdogs.
Yeah, and as such, with the bets levied towards you, I've made quite a profit.
Well, hopefully that is good in our favor as well.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the entire point.
Now, about this magical halfling.
Yeah, we're getting to it. I was gonna talk about how you knocked the hell out of Slim there, but I think it kind of speaks for itself. You know, just kind of gesture.
I assume he's alright. Just a little headache. I could have probably done a little worse to him.
Speaking of doing worse of things, you got a nasty wound there on your shoulder. You need any attention for that?
If it's to be given, I would gladly accept. It dug a little deeper than what I thought it would.
Yeah, fair. We'll have somebody get you. Until then, you can either watch these idiots punch each other to death, or you can head over there. We'll get your halfling to you before too long.
Alright. Looking at my wound and not liking the situation of my health, I would probably go and see the medic.
You go to a nearby medical pavilion, they get you bandaged up. It's not too long before you're fine. You may restore your HP.
Yay. I can take another heavy hit again. But only one.
At least you can take one.
Yeah. Okay, well, while we're here, how are they doing with the rope ladder? I'm really curious, like...
You can see that some of them are trying to climb it and just having their ankles grabbed or face kicked.
I'm I wonder what the prize is for them to get out. But, oh well. So, Jodak, what do you think? Should we head and grab our halfling friend?
Is there anything else to do here? I mean, we could turn into birds again and go bother them. That was kind of fun. I've never been a bird.
Looking at the gauntlet that he still has the gauntlet, correct?
No. Once you got put over toward the more like inside area, they took it from you.
It's too bad.
It's like, no, this is mine.
If that's not the case, then you might as well go get him. Get this day over with.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't know about the betting. Put a bet up on ourselves. But, alright, well, I guess time to claim our prize.
Yeah, okay.
It better be worth it.
I don't think this. I believe he's only going to give us the halfling.
Okay,
This is just my own assumptions. Sorry, go ahead.
Heading over to the area, or just kind of waiting in the medical pavilion, they eventually bring, still bound, the halfling of Merrick over to you, Uzat. They seem a bit out of it.
Probably has one hell of a hangover still.
And tranquilizers.
Got any extras?
No.
Well, alright. I guess I can understand that. Alrighty, well.
Here, this'll pay for something for the lot of you. And you will each receive 15 gold.
Hey, profit.
I'm bad at that. 15 plus 75 is 90.
Yes.
Cool.
So what I'm hearing is he has 90. 15 for each of us. And Dylan doesn't get 15. So I get 30. Yes.
Well, he is kind of tranquilized right now. You can do him that way if you want.
I will make note of 15 gold pieces, and I will decide later on if I want to give it to him or not.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't do anything to earn it. So,
This is true.
after all, this whole problem was caused by him being captured.
Kinda, yeah. Okay. You guys find a room in a tavern somewhere, sleep the night away.
Yay. Recovery.
I already recovered.
Okay. Jodak. As you are going to sleep, you're going to get a muse inside of your head that goes, how'd your thing go?
She's the goblin halfling thing. Managed to recruit them to... Not even recruit them. Managed to earn a little bit of money on the side as well.
Well, since you're doing what you're doing and where you are, got an order to tell you to grab them and head toward Rock Hollow. I think it's over in Diakov somewhere.
Is there any urgency in this, miss? Urgency?
Not like so far as you need to like cause trouble to get there, but head that way.
What should I be doing once I get there?
Be on the lookout. There's been some musings about something going on there, and we want further intel on the area.
Will do. Sir. there any other pertinent information you need?
Can't think of anything at the moment. Don't get yourself killed.
I will.
Easier said than done.
And then you have your rest, go to bed. In the morning, you go downstairs and find the halfling and the goblin having a breakfast of sorts. It seems like the halfling is still bound. The goblin seeming to be eyeing them with distrust for some reason.
Good morning, Usopp. I see he's still out of it. There must be some really strong tranquilizers.
He's not really that out of it. Just due to prior history, I feel better as him being this way. He'll be released soon enough.
Okay. I just won't question it. Okay. So what do you have? Well, so what now? Do you have any plans going forward?
Well, not really. For this past week's been rough. Kind of had my whole village destroyed, but survived that, and then I got with this guy and his family, and he decided to get himself captured, so I assume I would just be taking him back to his family.
Do you know where they are?
The last time I seen him was, let's see, it's probably been 3 days now, so 3 days ago in a tavern, and I guess I didn't write down what the name of that town was.
It's okay, I never gave it.
Alright. And just a silence. Insert name here. So I assume I would be returning back there and then probably just traveling. Finding my new place in the world.
Well, then, if you don't have anywhere else to go after meeting his family, might I suggest heading to Rockbala? That's where I will be going after this. It's about time for me to go to a new city.
I guess I still owe you that I owe you, so can't really disagree.
It's fair. But, of course, you have a choice. What would life be if you didn't have any choices?
Yeah, like I chose not to untie this guy, pointing back at Merrick.
Didn't you say he evaporated the dude because he got drunk? I'm saying dude, I shouldn't say dude.
A gentleman.
Yeah.
It was a honest mistake, I think. I'm pretty sure it was meant for me, so.
So you're taking care of him when he tried to kill you.
It's rough to explain, but yes. Something inside of me simply states that he should be with his family. And I don't want to be responsible if he dies.
I guess you should go meet your partner's parents, I guess. I don't understand why you would not. Wouldn't.
Swear to God, though, if we return back to the tavern and they're gone, I'm selling them back to the slavers.
Are you actually saying this? Or no?
No. No, that is not in my character to say that, but in my mind, I want to say that.
Well then, if you don't mind, may I go with you? It's always better to travel in a group than to travel alone.
I have nothing about that. I don't have any way to travel but by foot, so just be tacking on your hiking shoes. kind of looking down at mine because they're probably pretty tattered now, but not much I can do about it.
How much would a carriage cost? Would I know?
They have sell things and they have renting things.
To rent a carriage to wherever this town is.
Well, realistically, you can probably just ask around for a bit and find some merchant that's heading in that direction and just catch a lift.
Okay. I'm sure there's probably someone heading in that direction towards that town. You probably volunteer to be their bodyguard or something about them. Ask them to take us along with them.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be any worse than what I was already planning on doing, so.
It'd be much better than just walking. Probably.
Probably. ...
Or you have to be worried about bandits and wild animals and
Okay.
vast number of terrorists.
Because we're hitting about 3 hours here. Any opposition to me kind of summarizing things?
I assume we just head back to the village.
Well, there
where
is
he
a
ran off.
after that. So, you two managed to find a merchant that's heading off in that direction. Do you ever unbind Merrick?
No.
Okay. They stop and think about it for a moment, but they don't. They decide not to question. They ferry you guys over to that town where you still find the rest of Merrick's clan kind of over in that area. Explaining the situation to them, they basically say that because Merrick got himself literally enslaved and you had to go and you decided to go and save him, that he owes you a debt. A debt of at least a couple quests.
Alright.
But in thanks, they will supply each of you with a mount.
Yes. We get horses.
Get a horse.
I guess I untie him like eventually when we get to them and like explain everything, but like
Oh,
he's a major timeout right now. But
it's time to stab your horse. It'll be fine.
just strap him to the back like he's one of those sleeping mats. Like, all right, just fine.
Okay. And after that, do you follow Jodak's thing he said and begin to head westward?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really don't have anywhere else to head, and I still owe him. So.
All right. Because you owe him and he owes you.
Yeah.
It's a party of IOUs.
But okay. Your party begins to head that way. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and call session. Anything before I end the thing? Closing statements?
Still debating if it was worth it or not.
Do I level up?
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, same question.
Not quite yet.
But I beat a guy with a paddle.
You did. Not quite yet.
Sweet.
It can't be too overbalanced. Come on.
That's fair.
Alright. So that's session then. And if there's nothing else, then until next time, be seeing ya.
Bye.
Bye.